The goal of any company is to retain customers. They want the customer to use their product, service, or skill, and they know they've done a good job when their customers are brand loyal, will recommend you, and feel like they're cheating on you if they use another product or service provider. Here are 15 ways companies get you addicted to their products. Number 1. The design of habit-forming products. Creating a comfortable habit zone for customers is the first step for a company to get people addicted to their products. We'll be leaning a lot on the teachings and findings of Nir Eyal, author of Hooked: How to Build Habit-Forming Products. As he describes on Forbes.com, like nail biting, many of the decisions we make in our daily lives are made simply because that's the way we found satisfaction in the past. The brain automatically deduces that if the decision was a good one yesterday, then it's a safe bet again today. So the big question is, how do you create a habit-forming product? Number 2. The formula behind any behavior. Eyal says behaviors are done with little or no conscious thought. Aluxers, consider this. When you search for something online, you automatically go to Google. When you want to watch a video, YouTube is where you go. Firstly, we don't even consider alternatives. And secondly, are there even alternatives? No, we're kidding, but it proves that we're all hooked on these options. We are all in a habit that we are comfortable with, and moving to another option would be challenging. Fortunately, we rarely change our formula on Alux, and you are always our number one priority, so don't forget to subscribe. To form a habit, it does require a lot of repetition, and here's how we do it too. Number 3. Habits are repetitive. Here at Alux, we've become a brand name that emulates luxury, finance, and all the finer things in life. But in order to grow our subscriber base like we did, we had to ensure that we put out videos daily at the same time. That way, our loyal subscribers could rely on us to give them what they needed, when they needed it. Following that repetitive formula has ensured a steady growth of our channel. So companies need to find the angle they'll take to draw you in. For us, it was delivering timely, daily content that you could learn and grow from. Number 4. Companies find a hook to draw you in. Nir Eyal calls this process of building a habit-driven strategy the hook model. You can listen to his book, Hooked: How to Build Habit-Forming Products on Audible. It's some valuable work and will offer the listener practical insights to create user habits that stick, actionable steps for building products people love, and behavioral techniques used by Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and other habit-forming products. Remember to claim your free listen by heading to Alux.com/freebook. His next book, Model, has 4 parts: trigger, action, reward, and investment, which we'll break down for you next. Number 5. Trigger. Every habit needs a foundation. They need a trigger, something that gets the ball rolling. The obvious are external triggers, paid triggers, like advertisements, earned triggers. The user may have some investment in the product or service, relationship triggers, like word of mouth, and owned triggers, where the user was willingly subscribed to hear and receive more information about the company. There are also internal triggers, where customers are driven by emotions, feelings, and thoughts. On his website, Nir.com, Nir Eyal explains it as, when a product is tightly coupled with a thought, an emotion, or pre-existing habit, it creates an internal trigger. Internal triggers manifest automatically in the mind, and creating them is the brass ring of consumer technology. Number 6. Action. The next step is to get the trigger reaction going. There are 3 parts to making action happen: motivation, ability, and simplicity. A brand's identity needs to motivate their customers. Here are a few examples. KFC, finger lickin' good. Nike, just do it. Coca-Cola, open happiness. Next is ability. Is it possible for the consumer to purchase KFC, Nike, or Coca-Cola? And if yes, then how simple is the process? Because if it's a long, complicated process, sorry, but you've lost before you've even begun. Then your consumer needs to be rewarded for choosing your brand. Number 7. Reward. Companies need to keep consumers coming back, so they need to motivate them to do that. Rewards are good ways of keeping consumers addicted. There are 3 areas where companies, products, brands, or services can offer rewards. Rewards of the tribe, alternatively known as social rewards. These rewards are not physical. They're in the form of likes, comments, followers, retweets, etc. They're the kind of rewards that make the buyer feel like they're accepted and part of the community. Rewards of the hunt. Right, so you went online to search something or quickly reply to a Facebook message, and the next minute an hour has passed and you're amazed at how quickly time flew by. That's because you're being rewarded for your initial search. Now you're being fed with other information, suggestions, or recommendations. We know it doesn't really sound like a reward, but that's not how companies see it. And reward of the self. This reward is the result of intrinsic motivation. You're faithful to a brand or product because you're benefiting from it, and so you remain motivated to keep using it. It could be giving you a competitive edge over others, or making what you do slightly easier. Everyone has their own internal reasoning behind this one. Number 8, investment. How much effort or time has the user put into this product or business? For example, you have a Facebook account you've probably threatened to close forever. But one of the reasons you haven't is because it's loaded with your memories. You love getting the memories on your feed. Well, for the most part anyway. There are some we would like erased forever. Maybe you're still holding on to your Hotmail account for dear life because you never know when you might want to reread those emails from 2000. We're dependent on certain things because we've invested so much into them, a lot like relationships. Number 9, habit-forming products can improve lives. Now, Aluxers, before you think negatively of habit-forming products, consider the following. In a podcast by Hotjar, Eyal was interviewed by David Peralta, and they spoke about addictions. Eyal brought forward that when it comes to creating an addiction to a product, it refers to products that improve the quality of life of their users. As he says, people become addicted to all sorts of things that are not good, like alcohol, food, or sex, but one can enjoy all of those things without being addicted. We all have good habits and bad habits, and the aim is to be addicted to items that bring value to our lives. When asked if companies had a moral or ethical obligation to provide products that brought value, Nir replied, "Not just a moral and ethical obligation, a business imperative." Number 10. More on the man behind the book, Nir Eyal. Any Google search on getting you addicted to a company's products brings up the name Nir Eyal. He's an Israeli-born American author, lecturer, and investor with work featured in Harvard Business Review, TechCrunch, Time, The Week, and Psychology Today. He's published 2 books, the one we mentioned already, and the second is Indistractable: How to Control Your Attention and Choose Your Life. On his website, nirandfar.com, he's analyzed Slack, Fortnite, Amazon's Echo, Tinder, and the Bible app in the Hooked model in action. He's recently published one on Clubhouse called Will Clubhouse Be a Habit or Has Been? It's definitely worth a read, and we also recommend you watch our video, 15 Things You Didn't Know About Clubhouse. Number 11. How to build habit-forming products in 5 steps. A company will need to ensure the following 5 steps are addressed in order to retain customers and create habit spending from them. What internal trigger will the product inflict? What external trigger will they use? Will it be advertising, reward systems, sponsorships? What's the simplest way to get the buyer to purchase and offer a reward? Will the reward satisfy a need but still leave space for the user to come back for more? If not, what could you add to keep the customer coming back? As Nir Eyal puts it, companies who form strong user habits enjoy several benefits to their bottom line. Number 12. Companies use heuristics methods too. There are many tricks and tools that companies use to get you buying their product. Whether that retains you or not is another matter. Companies love the scarcity effect, which will throw out bold claims like "only 5 left" or "while stocks last." Hey Luxers, we can assure you they haven't spent thousands of dollars on that advertising campaign if they've only got 5 left in stock. Even in an app like Clubhouse, heuristics methods are being used. Clubhouse is quite exclusive and people want in. It's as easy as that. Number 13. Examples of highly addictive products. The best example of a highly addictive product is Facebook. According to Audible.com, 2.8 billion monthly active Facebook users by the end of 2020, and 1.8 billion of Facebook users, 66%, use the app on a daily basis. Now, if that doesn't scream addiction, we don't know what will. Digitalmarketer.com brings forward plenty of suggestions, including Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Bumble, and Toms. With Apple, they highlighted that by staggering the launch of each new development, Apple has created an ecosystem in which its customers are conditioned to need the newest products as soon as they come out. Number 14. The first steps to getting people addicted to your product. In order to get customers to continue engaging in and purchasing your product or service, you need to do a lot of behind-the-scenes work. You need to work on customer retention continuously. By doing the following, you're in the right direction for people getting addicted to your product. Firstly, ensure you offer incredible customer service. From there, figure out how to best communicate with your customers. Receiving a signal message at 1 in the morning is not an option. Reward your loyal customer. Maybe a buy 9, get 1 free promotion. Ask for feedback and then listen to the feedback. If you can learn and grow from it, all the better. Ensure you give your customers a reason to always come to you first. Number 15. Don't sit back and wait for it to happen. Aluxers, even the most brilliant ideas, products, or services have gone bust because of zero follow-through. You can't blow hot and cold when it comes to getting your product or service out there. Even when things are going well, don't expect things to last. Keep improving, keep learning, and keep listening to what's happening to other similar services and products. And remember what Bill Gates once said, "Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning." So Aluxers, what product or service do you believe is addictive? We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Now, it's the end of our video. Of course, we've got a bonus for you. Perhaps you've ticked all the above boxes and you're still not making great sales. Why are people not spending? Well, productschool.com gives several reasons. Most importantly, it's not your pricing, so don't lower yourself out of the running and don't make it too high that you become a joke. There could be a possible lack of motivation. Your products are way too tricky to use. Your photographs are super shit and you don't know your customer, or you're just not being seen enough. Focus on improving these areas and you'll notice how your sales will start to increase. Good luck, Aluxers. We hope you learned a lot today. Thanks for watching and remember to subscribe to our channel and like this video.